Okay, so I do theater photography, so I wanted to talk a bit about theater photography and make you all pros by the end of this. This here is a beautiful picture. It's got a lovely background, great lighting, very nice expression. It is not a good photo for theater, according to producers. For theater photography, you really want to show off a lot about the show. This is a good photo. It's a moment in the show that's just beautiful. You can really see the connection between two characters. You get a feeling, a sense of the place, the time. It tells you a lot about the show. So producers and marketers, they like that kind of thing. They also like moments. This is a lovely moment to showcase. But I was in the wrong place. I really should have been more centered, get it more straight on. I'm showing this because I wish I had gotten it better. It's a great moment. It would have been great to show off for this show. Another thing you love to show off is costumes. It tells the story. It tells the time. Right here, we have The Importance of Being Earnest, done as sort of a gangster play. So it's kind of guys and dolls. This is showing off the costumes and the setting beautifully. And like I said, producers, they love that kind of thing. Here we have Elephant Man. Elephant Man is showing off Victorian England. It's showing off that kind of look to things. So because it's got the costumes just right, it's got the look just right, and beautiful lighting on the lead actor that most people know, it really is a good way to sell the show as advertisement. But you don't want to just focus on the actors. They're important, but you want to get a sense of the space as well. This is an example of outdoor theater. Outdoor theater is very interesting, and it's got its own challenges to it, but you can see it's a beautiful moment. It shows you a lot that you can really see cool things outside. It's a nice environment. Now this show was thrust staging. Thrust staging is when you shove the stage out into the audience. You're not going to see everybody. It's very nature. We've got this young actress, her back to us. We don't see what she's doing, but it's good to show off because you can see this is what you're getting into if you see the show. You're going to see a lot of good looks, but not everything. Because space is tricky. Here, very small space. You get this in a lot of the smaller venues. Lighting is an issue too. Not a great picture. You can also see the audience. The audience will be in some of the shots because that's what it's like when you see a show in a space like this. But that's important, because sometimes you like to show that off. Here Lies Love is a very audience-heavy show. They interact a lot, they get involved, they're standing throughout the entire thing. So showing off the audience in the shot is helpful, because it shows you what kind of show you're getting into when you're going to see it. Set is nice to show off too, and lighting. Because we're not just doing this for the producers and the marketers. Here is found space theater, where you're just doing it out in the open. Lighting is difficult when you're doing it outside at night in the open. So showing off how it's accomplished and the fact that the audience is right there, right next to the actors doing the scene. But sometimes lighting is difficult to capture because sometimes there's just not enough light in the space. So you can see here, this is not a good shot. It's just too dark. It's hard to get, and sometimes that happens. You try your best to get enough of a good shot for the lighting designer to enjoy too, because you want to show off their work. Like I said, it's not just about the marketers and the producers, the theater company that hires you. You want to show a lot of good portfolio pictures for the lighting designer, the costume designers, and the actors. They want moments that they can show off online or even print off and show. So you need to capture those kinds of things. Practical lights are a great way to do that too. Practical is just a light that the actor manipulates, moves around. And so you can make your image a little darker and it makes it really cool. Like I said before, this one I wouldn't consider a wonderful theater shot from a producer standpoint, but from an actor standpoint, it's great. Because you want to show off these things. Wide shots really show off the set design. They show off the scene design, they show off costumes and lighting. So these are the types of things that the lighting designers, set designers, those people that you actually care about too. They want the pictures, so they want to see these. It's great for their websites. And there's a moment right near the beginning of a scene, when the lights start coming up, that you want to lower your shutter speed, have high burst photography, shoot off a lot of frames, because there's a golden moment of beautiful lighting. I missed it here. It's not quite here, but it's what you want to go for. You can also see, in this shot as well, there's a lot of extra stuff down here. You can see the lighting designer right there with his computer. You can see empty seats. They don't care about that. What they really want is to show off the scene design. They want to see the light with some actors in it. It looks nice. Sadly, this was a small space, so I couldn't get as back far as I wanted. But you want to go for that, because you really want to show off personality in a lot of these. And when it comes to stand-up comedy or cabaret performance, personality is key. I love this picture of Lewis Black. I think it comes off so well, just tells you so much about him. And it's difficult to get these kinds of shots in a moment, because that's all you've got. Singing is the hardest thing to take pictures of. People make really funny faces when they sing. But if you get the moment just right, you have these powerful images, great images that are just wonderful. The lighting's great and intimidating, really, is how I describe it. And charismatic. You can really find that moment with the actor where they're showing off personality. They're really showing off what they're trying to perform in their song choice. It's a picture. You can't exactly record what they're singing, but you can capture that personality by being careful with the timing so you don't get a weird face, you get a good one. Because a lot of these are great for marketing theater festivals, companies. I love this shot because it does a really good job of marketing. Black space, they love that. But in general, as I've said, that's not who you're just doing this for. You're doing it for everyone. Designers, actors, costume designers. There you go.